You've been out for a while. Why so long?
Well, I mean, if it was up to me, I'd be fighting last year in December against Tisha Torres. But I blew my knee in training camp, and then when my knee got better, I re-broke my hand. So, just a string of bad injuries. Just my body telling me that I needed to slow down and let it heal, and that's what I did. And I'm back in the gym training hard. Holly's been motivating me every day, getting ready for her fight. I have another teammate fighting next week on Invicta, so all those ladies in the gym are motivating me to get back in there and go hard.
So you're feeling 100%?
I feel more than 100%. I think after being out for a year, you kind of become invigorated, and you get that excitement back. Sometimes if you just fight after fight, you kind of, I mean, it's hard to do that, So.
Great. What exactly happened to the hand? You say you re-broke it?
Yeah. So I broke it in my fight against Magana, and then I don't know. I guess I just have weak bones, or I like to punch people in the forehead. Because after my knee healed, I went back into sparring. It was just a freak accident, really. I went to throw an overhand, and it broke in the exact same spot that I broke it in the fight. So.
Any surgery or just time?
No surgery, just time, and did a bunch of blood work to see if it was something that was going on with metabolism of all the different medications and supplements that I'm taking. So, but we're good now.
What do you know about Ash Daly?
I think she is a very unorthodox fighter. She's fought bigger girls, so she's nice and tough. She likes to come forward. She is not afraid to get in there. She's not afraid to take a couple punches, so she can take you to the ground and finish you off, which is what she likes to do is grapple, and I have no problem grappling, so I think it'll be a very interesting fight.
Talk about the excitement about traveling all the way to Germany for a fight. I mean, this is your first time fighting in continental Europe.
It is. It's my first time going overseas for a fight, and I'm very excited. My little sister was actually born in Germany. So my dad was in the military, and we lived in Germany for about 2 years when I was really little. So it'd be nice to go back there and kind of see all the things that my dad used to tell us stories about.
Is the whole family going to go with you?
No, I think it'll just be me and my husband this time. With traveling and trying to get ready for the fight and cutting weight and all of that, I think it might be just a little too hectic to have the little one, which would be sad because she's always been to every single one of my fights. So.
Has she been, since she's been old enough, I guess?
Yep.
Yeah.
Every single one of my fights. I mean, the first fight I had back, she was 10 months, and she was right there.
Do you make any kind of special preparation for having to fight on a different continent like that? Do you go out there earlier? Do you
I don't
regulate
know.
your sleeping schedules?
I have no idea. This is all very new to me. So I think the best thing that I could do is just stay prepared, get my weight low, so that when I go out there, I'm prepared to cut from that weight, and just make sure I train hard and be mentally ready for whatever has to come.
How long ago did you know that you were going to be fighting in September?
Last week.
Last week?
Yeah.
So going through all these camps with Holly and Jody, you had no idea, it was just anticipation. Is it hard to not over-motivate yourself when you don't have you don't have a clear-cut end goal?
Yeah, it is. But something that I've learned being off for so long is that there's always room for improvement, and as long as you have the passion for the martial arts and you have the passion to continue learning and growing, that's just what you do as a martial artist and as a fighter. And if you want to get better, you have to use the momentum of your everyday training to get better. If you just stop, then you have to start all over from ground one, and that's no fun.
So a year ago, it was last July when you made the debut. Some fanfare, win the debut. Your spot in the division was being discussed a lot, and then you're out for a whole year. Where is your spot in this division right now?
Oh, I mean, it is where it is. I think it's 11th or something, but I'm not really concerned about that. I have a fight coming up, and I'll be able to show everybody what I've been working on in this past year, and my work will speak for itself, and I'll move up the ranks.
What do you think of what you've seen though at the top of the division? I mean, she was right here just a moment ago. What do you think at the top of this division? Is it as attainable to get there quickly like you thought? I know a year ago you thought you might be able to make a rapid ascension up the ranks. Do you think you can still do that?
Of course. I mean, if you didn't think that you can make it to the top, why would you even be in this sport? I feel like, I don't want to just continue to get punched in the head and get brain damage for fun, you know, like I'm here to win the belt, and that's what I intend to do. And yeah, it's obtainable, and Johanna's a great fighter, and the reason why everybody else is stepping up their level is because she's so good, which is what the division needs and what the UFC wants. So.
Did you work with her at all when she was at Jackson?
I was still injured, so I didn't get a chance to. We played footsies a little bit, but that's about it.
You've actually, I guess maybe just for PR things, you kind of hung out with her a little bit this weekend. And how was it? What was that experience hanging out with Joanna?
She's really nice, and I have nothing but great things to say about her. I feel like, you know, if all of us girls in the 115 division didn't have to fight each other, we'd all be besties. You know? But the sad reality is we have to fight each other, and so for me, it's easier to just be really close with my teammates and to just be good acquaintances with all the girls in the division. You know.
What does it mean to finally have everything set, a data set, an opponent, and you're ready to rock and roll? What does that mean?
It's nerve-wracking, but it's nice to have those nerves again. I haven't felt those in a long time, so that's why we do it, right? That anticipation, those butterflies in your stomach. That's why I do it, at least.
So nerve-wracking, more nervous when you fight or when Holly or Jody fights? Or
I think when they fight, I get nervous because it reminds me of the feeling. Anytime Holly or Jody or any of my teammates fight, I get really nervous. So I don't know. Yeah, it's all pretty much the same.
How important is Holly to what you're trying to do
Holly,
in terms of training?
Holly is my biggest inspiration. She leads by example. She's never in there lecturing me. She doesn't lecture anybody. She goes to the gym, she trains hard, and she leads by example. And that's what I love about her. And you know, if there is somebody to look up to and a mentor to have, she's the person to have.
I guess her going to fight in Australia could be useful, you know, you having to leave the continent. To do it.
Exactly. And you know, I talk to all my teammates about their experiences and things, and the bottom line is a fight's a fight, no matter where it's at. And if I just keep it as simple as that, then I don't have to stress out.
We talked to Joanna about the possibility of a women's flyweight division.
Yeah.
Is that something that you think the UFC is ready for, and does it interest you personally at all?
Flyweight's 125.
Yeah.
I moved up from 105, so I think 115 is a good spot for me, but I do think that it would be a great thing for the UFC to do, especially with all these new rules that they're having with the weight cuts and the not being able to replenish. I've never done IVs, but I know that people have relied on it their entire careers, and to have to change that, and then also changing the fact that they have to weigh in once they get in on fight week. It's a lot to change, and for a female fighter, it's even more to change because our bodies are different. You know, we hold on to water differently than men do, and it is what it is. So for them to open up a 25 division would be great for the division, I believe.
It's been a little while since you've made 105. Is that something you ever anticipate yourself ever doing again?
No, I think no. So the last time I made 105, right after weigh-ins, the doctors had to check your pulse and make sure you're okay, and he couldn't find my pulse for a whole hour.
Oh man.
Like, that's how dangerous. Like, it was dangerous for me. I'm getting older. You know, it is what it is. I enjoy fighting at 115, and I might be one of the smaller ones in the division, but I think that there are other things that I have that some of the other girls in the division don't have that will play towards my advantage. So.
What do you, other than not having the bad weight cut, what do you gain from going up in weight from 105 to 115?
I think from going up to weight, I don't have to worry about cutting weight, and so I'm able to eat more healthy, eat more often, and by doing that, I can train harder, and that's essentially what I want to be able to do. I want to be able to focus on the fight, not what my weight cut's going to be. And if I can put all my energy into my fight and my technique and my abilities to climb up the ladder, then I'd rather do that.
How's life for you at the, I guess, the new Jackson Wing gym? Because all your previous fights, I'm not even, was Magana at the old gym or new gym?
It was like half and half, but
so
mostly at the new gym. I love the new gym. It's beautiful. It's a huge facility. We have 2 big cages. We have tons of room, but it never seems to be empty. So we keep getting more people in from all around the world, which is great because we get different feels every week. but it hasn't changed in the sense that it's still Jackson Winklejohn, and the camaraderie and the family atmosphere is still there.
And who are going to be your trainers and coaches for this fight?
I will have Coach Jackson, Coach Winklejohn, Izzy, Barata, and my husband.